people need to stop being losers. I don't like to talk about people like that, but I will say it how I see it. There's too many people that are absolute morons, and they have a huge influence on the rest of society, and it bothers me so much. I did a video like yesterday, dating compatibility, and I felt it was quite a deep video. I watched it back myself, and I thought this hopefully it'll help people have a bit of a reflection on their own life and realize if you invest in yourself and you start to align with better quality people, and it's all about romance, love, and respecting people, and all the things you're looking for in life. And then I wake up this morning, go on TikTok, and I see a post, and I didn't realize how many people had seen this. So I'm looking at it, thinking, is this person delusional? Are they all right? Then I go in the comments section just out of curiosity, and the amount of immature people, women, girls, in there spreading their shit, like, and it's cruel towards men. Now, I always talk about this. I don't have a gender bias. I hate gender bias. And it happens an awful lot. And again, it happens both ways. In this example, it's women, their way they treat men. Now, again, it happens both ways. So, I think it's important to keep balance here. But in this situation, it's about what is in front of us. It's ridiculous. The amount of immature females is crazy. And one would assume they're in their 20s or something, because they all think they know everything. It's crazy. I'd like to think more mature women, older women are more mature, of course, and they're not influenced by this new wave of females, because they're absolute moronic. In all honesty, it's ridiculous. It's this self-entitlement, it's this delusion, this fantasy they live by, where they don't have to contribute anything. They can be disrespectful to men, almost like they'll have men on some sort of rope where they can pull them in and out whenever they want, and they treat them like a piece of meat or something. It's just a joke. And so people that value themselves, they're not going to part with that shit. So, it's either check yourself, be mature, be responsible, grow up, or you will find yourself lonely later in life. Like, I don't like picking at people, but women, everybody needs to be realistic. Women, naturally, if we're talking about our way that we look, our appearance, people might not like it. To each their own. Women are more attractive earlier in life. Men get more attractive with age. It's biology. It's just the way it is. People that will not like it. So you could be in your peak in your early 20s, and maybe you can treat men like a piece of shit at that stage. But your options are going to start depleting later, because some people are superficial. And the reality is, if you've got a real horrible personality and it's covered up by maybe some sort of beautiful exterior, when that exterior fades and you've got that shit personality still, you're not going to be very desirable. And that's just being realistic, So men who value themselves and they don't go for the superficial, they're not going to be interested in these toxic people. And they're going to be crying, having a pity party that all they meet is losers. They've had children with dumbasses and all this shit, and they'll be criticizing the fact that all men are toxic. No, you was toxic towards men a long time ago, and you just reap what you sowed. So anyway, either grow up or don't, but it's like your world is a reflection of you. So anyway, I don't want to be too cruel to people, but that's just the way it is, isn't it? I mean, when you look at the surgeries, okay, there's men that get some surgery, but you see it's a lot of women that actually get surgeries later in life to have the Botox and all sorts of shit. I hate cosmetic surgery. I think it's ridiculous. Just age gracefully. Accept yourself as you are, but too many are superficial. Again, we live in a superficial world, don't we? Where people just, sun shines out their arse. But anyway, so I come across this content and I just thought, what is this person talking about? Like, how I don't want to like dig too deep, but it actually pisses me off when I see it, to be totally honest, because I just think, like, how rude. Yeah, how rude. Like personally, if I was in this situation, I was the guy, I'd rather the person cancel and don't waste my time, because I wouldn't want to be near them. To be honest, it wouldn't get to that stage. I wouldn't be interested in people like this anyway. I'd see them for who they are early on. I wouldn't even need to go on a date. So I don't even know why you was bothering in the first place. Again, I don't want to be horrible, but it's just standards. It's just standards. So anyway, let's have a look what I'm waffling on about. I didn't really want to do another video today, to be totally honest, but here we are yet again. Where am I supposed to be? Is it this one? Here we go. I'm going to get rid of my book so we can have a look at some comments, because this is really where I want to be. Now, the comments are in a different order to what I saw on my phone, so or they're new. I'm not sure. Didn't see the top one, but we'll have a look in a minute. So it says this. Let's start from it. Bear in mind, this video has had, this stupid post has had 3 million views. I was like, what? Because I didn't know that looking at it. I had to go on her profile because I thought, I wonder what else, like, how many followers she's got. And all of her posts, I had this like writing shit. I didn't go and check anymore because I was already fed up with this one. But some people do that. They ride this wave. It's like I see them as martyrs. If they think they can get attention, so this might not even be a real thing. This might just be them inflaming something just for attention. A lot of them are like this nowadays, aren't they? It's pathetic. It's just weak content and they think they're popular. Popular because you just talk nonsense. But whatever. And again, like, people might think, oh, you're getting a bit annoyed. You're getting a bit taking it personal. It's because it has such a negative influence on this generation. And then it's this generation then influenced the next generation. So where the hell does humanity evolve and grow when we've got morons educating and trying to inspire people in a negative way? It's ridiculous. It's just, I hate all this shit. It bothers me so much because it's just regressive. Rather than people work together, have harmony, embrace connections, have some maturity in relationship, then if we're not going to have that, then what's the alternative? We're going to have this toxic to and fro. We're going to disrespect people at every turn. You're never going to take relationships seriously. So you create this chaotic life, and then people are quick to moan about their life being chaotic. It's like, grow the up, you bloody idiot. Like, I don't give a shit. I'll probably tag them. I mean, problem is, by the time I finish, the video's too long for TikTok. Depending on the cut I do, I'll probably tag them though, because I think people like this need to freaking know that people think you're an idiot. Personally. Anyway, so it says, girlies, at what point are we cancelling on dates? Well, that just immediately just thought, wait a minute. Obviously, so you're just reaching out to the girls, because that's what a lot of girls do nowadays, isn't it? Like, it's just us against them. So it's toxic. Without reading any more, at what point are we cancelling on dates? Why are we cancelling dates? Like, if you weren't interested in someone, why waste their time in the first place? There's this toxic culture where people do that. They just treat men like a piece of shit. Maybe they've had to book time off work. They've had to book a restaurant or something. Have to get themselves ready. Maybe who knows the whole process that's going in, and that person's going to put into it. But you're treating it like it's just a game. People deserve better than this shit. So at what point are we cancelling on date? At what point would you even want to? So, like, again, why would you even book a date if you're not interested? It's stupid. I'm supposed to go on a date tonight at 8. It's 5 p.m. So you're making a post on TikTok 3 hours before your date. Are you an idiot? Can you actually navigate this world? Why would it take you to 3 hours before a date to then question whether you should go on the date? And rather than just have a little moment to think for yourself, is this someone I'm genuinely interested in? Do I feel respected? What do I want for myself? Rather than have all those questions ahead of time, you leave it 3 hours before the date itself and reach out to strangers on TikTok to ask what they think about the situation, and hopefully they'll answer quick enough. Like, are you all right? Are you all right? Like, would I want to go on a date with you? No chance in hell. Clearly attention seeker to start with. Second of all, you're not even mature enough to handle day-to-day life by the look of it, because your time management is absolutely horrendous. To leave it 3 hours before something to actually try and have a decision on what you should or shouldn't do is pathetic. It's like, just grow up. Obviously, you're going to have trouble getting through life, really. I don't know what you're going to attract, but it's going to be someone who's going to, I don't even know if you'd attract anyone at this point. Well, it's always a loser. I don't like being cruel, but this is just how I think, so I'm honest. Anyway, I'm supposed to go on a date tonight at 8. It's 5 p.m, but I haven't heard from the man since we made the plan on Tuesday. Bear in mind, once you go to the comments, she makes the point they have messaged her. So, was she telling the truth at 5 p.m? It's 5 p.m. and I haven't heard from him? The timelines I don't think quite match up with what she's waffling on about, to be totally honest. I think she did know about the fact that the person has messaged them at this point, but she wanted to play drama. Anyway, he said he made a reservation, so I don't think he'd ghost. Okay, so you knew there was a set date. That was the plan. But also, my friends are throwing a party tonight. So this is what it's really about. So really, it's about the fact that there's a conflict of interest. My friends are throwing a party. I'm supposed to go on a date. It's 5 p.m. I don't really know what to do. Hmm. And coincidentally, they haven't even messaged me since they made the reservation. Wait a minute. Do we even know what day it is? All right. They booked it Tuesday. We made the plan on Tuesday, and I haven't heard back from them since. That was Tuesday. It's Friday now. Like, why would you need to hear from them every day? Maybe they're being respectfully distant. Don't want to be obsessive. This is the real problem with dating in general. It's damned if you do, damned if you don't. If the person kept in touch with them, then they might think they're too clingy. So the guy's probably trying to be delicate here. Like, oh, we've made the day. I'm going to see you Friday. You know, it's not, it's fucking Tuesday. You booked it. There's only 3 days in between. You got Wednesday, Thursday, then we're going on the date. I think personally it's being respectfully, not distant, but there's a big enough gap. There's a big enough gap there. It's not too long. You're going to have a deep conversation, one would assume, on a date. But really, you just want to hang out with your friends. The thing people don't realize in life, and again, it doesn't apply to everybody, but you see it time and time again, where friends would sabotage other people's relationships because they don't want to feel insecure and left out. But as soon as they get a relationship, they'll soon drop you. So what we have to ask ourselves is, in 10 years' time, where do I see my life? Because life takes us in different directions. Let's say your career, you had a career opportunity, or something took you away from your hometown, for instance. Do you think your friends are going to come with you? Or if you was in a relationship, do you think your partner would go with you? Life throws us curveballs. Or if your friends were to relocate and travel and move somewhere, are you going to follow them? Life doesn't stand still. And I think personally, too many people attach themselves to their friend circles and they forgo their own growth. Now, if you're not mature enough and ready to handle a relationship, by all means, it doesn't matter. Go with your friends. But then don't make the date in the first place. Don't waste someone else's time. You know, because people are quick to complain that they're being disrespected, mistreated, they're being abused, but they're quick to abuse someone else. So, like, women naturally just swarm around each other and protect each other and say, this is all right behavior. As soon as a man does something similar, they're absolutely, they're ridiculed and ostracized. So if the shoe was on the other foot and the guy said that they've made the other ones, that the females made a reservation. I haven't heard from her since Tuesday. Like, we made the reservation Tuesday. It's Friday now. My mates want to have a party. The date's in like 3 hours. What do you think I should do? And if all the mates were going, mate, just come to the party, man. Just come to the party. It's going to be so cool. You don't want to miss out on this. What do you think the women will be doing? They'll be saying, oh, it's disgusting. She's probably got herself all ready. She's prepared herself. It takes ages to get dressed and do your makeup and wash your hair and do all those things. And they'll say it's different for them because we have to prepare. Some guys prepare too. You know, and maybe like, for instance, let's say this guy, maybe they've had to cancel some plans for this. You know, it's just about maturity. But like I say, if the shoe's on the other foot, women would go mental if a guy was doing this to a woman. They'd say, that's so toxic. They're just playing games with you like cat and mouse. They're just trying to make you look pathetic and you turn up alone and all this shit. That's how they portray it. So it's a double standard. I don't like either way. I mean, to treat people so inhumanely is cruel. And to play a game with someone is disgusting. So like I say, this post is probably fake anyway. This person just sounds like an attention seeker because all we have to do is go and look at a profile. I'm not going through her videos because this one's just crap anyway. And it's like all this text shit all over the top. Look, there. Look, this one here. The debrief. So this is just someone that's oversharing shit. Girlhood. I think this is just a drama queen who just likes attention and then women just flock to it. Like the gossip party because a lot of women like gossip. I freaking hate gossip. I think it's pointless. Live your life like a soap opera. It's just sad and it's pathetic. But hey, that's my take. I don't give a shit if a million women hate me for it and go, oh my God, you just took away everything I love. Who gives a shit? It's fucking ridiculous. It's like living your own life. Don't obsess about everybody else so much, I only talk about this shit to try to raise awareness so people grow up and mature. If I don't live like this crap. Believe me, I'm not interested in this shit. This is drama I don't want for my life. And if it was anyone I like, if I even knew for a moment, that'd be cancelled anyway. If someone's I'm trying to hold my words there. Let's not. Yeah. Anyway. Dickhead. That's what I think. I really don't care. So anyway, this comment wasn't there when I was looking. I just saw a load of women sort of agreeing with her, and I just thought you are a load of pathetic ass females. So anyway, this guy, it's always the guys at the moment that seem to be a bit more mature in this situation, you know? But it's strange that, isn't it? And yet the guys are the problem. Have you attempted to communicate with him since Tuesday or not? Works both ways. Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. You haven't heard from him since Tuesday. You've made the appointment. You both made the date for Friday, complaining that I haven't heard from him, yet you could reach out too. Like, if you feel a bit insecure or a bit worried that I'm not sure, just why can't you communicate? If this is someone you're going to date, potentially build a life with, even at the earliest stage, it's maybe have a conversation. And if it turns out you can't communicate with that person because they're closed off and things, that's a bit of a warning there. If that's what their personality is like, then maybe you're not interested. But I think not give someone a chance just because you think you're the princess and that person should do everything for you is pathetic. There's too much righteousness here. Bear in mind, this person's the one who made the post. Didn't see the guy doing the post, but see the woman. So have you attempted to communicate with him since Tuesday? It works both ways. And then someone's put, literally, these comments are wild. I'm not sure if they mean his comments or because there's a lot of crazy women, and you're going to see it in a minute. It's hard because as a girl, you don't want to come off as a beggar or desperate, when in reality, you're just trying to feed momentum and interest. Well, then it goes both ways. I mean, you're saying you don't want to come across desperate. Well, then the other guy do you not think the guy's feeling the same way? So many women saying, "Oh, the guy's too clingy. I can't deal with this shit." Well, what the fuck do you want from someone? Being absolutely blunt, what the hell do you want of them? You want them to communicate? You don't want them to communicate. They're too clingy. They don't care enough. Where the hell do you find the middle ground? Both sides need to be mature enough to say, look, this is how I go through life. This is how I am. I am a bit distant sometimes. If that's how you are, just explain that shit. Both parties just communicate. Is it really that hard? I always say that about myself. I'm quite stubborn. You know, I'm quite isolated sometimes. I'm very independent. So I like my own space. So, you know, and I do my own thing. So if someone thinks, oh, you know, I love going to parties, I need my guy to be a party, then I'm not your guy and I'm not going to try and pretend to be your guy. Don't wait. We'd best just not even be near each other because we're different people. You know, I'm not here to disappoint people. I know what I want. I know what I want from someone else. And it's like, I don't mind what someone else does. But if you think I'm just going to be your pet and you just get to dictate to me where I go, what I do, and you can control every aspect of my life, I'm definitely the wrong person. Because I'll tell you, do one. If anyone thinks they're going to start controlling me and dominating, bossing me, I'll tell them fuck off. Quite blunt. I don't care. You know, I'm respectful to those who are respectful to me. Someone disrespects me and thinks they're going to control me, that's when I will be different and say that I'm done. So once the love's gone, isn't it? Again, so I'm not talking in general about someone you love. I'm talking about early stage of relationship, but when someone just comes in, they give you a fake version of themselves, and then they turn into this freaking Jekyll and Hyde monster. It's like, that's when you're going to go, wait a minute, you got me wrong. You know, I'm not a toy. I've got high standards. I respect myself. So I'm just saying, someone like this, they're not even mature enough to handle life. Even if this is a fake post, just looking at their whole social media there, it's just, they just want to be martyrs. Like, what person in their right mind wants to be in a relationship with someone like that? It's just emotionally unhinged. They're not even ready for life. And yet they'll probably portray themselves as the spokesperson for this generation. It's like, really, you're not. You're just delusional. And again, like I said, give it to your 30s, you're going to start realizing that you're a bit lost. And the problem is, there's a lot of guys who are superficial. And if you're going based just on looks, there's going to be guys in their 30s looking at the 20-year-olds. And if you're looking at emotionally developed, mature men, they're not going to be interested in these toxic-ass women. So there's going to be men that want the attractive female, so they're going to go for the younger ones. You're going to have men who are mature, where they're not interested in toxic-ass shitheads, to be honest. They're going to look for classy women. You don't fit into any of those categories. So it's a ticking time bomb where you're just going to meet low quality, low vibrational men who, I don't want to say abuse, because not all of them would be abusive, but some of the standards would be quite low. And it's just, that's what you end up with, because you reap what you sow. Or be mature enough and only book dates you're actually interested in. Be respectful of someone. Perhaps then you build towards a better life and you can have a stable relationship. But act like a dumbass, you're just going to attract a dumbass. Anyway, not want to keep digging at these people, but they bother the shit out of me, to be totally honest. No confirmation day of means no go, so don't waste your time. Diva, 100% go to the party of your friends. Conveniently, in the same hour that that person left that comment, wait, he just confirmed. What do I do? Huh. To keep the hype going, wait a minute. It's not as simple as that. They've now confirmed. They've now confirmed, people. They've confirmed. Oh, that's convenient. Very, very convenient. Tell him to F off, girl. He had more than enough time to text you back accordingly. Text her back. She didn't text him. I don't understand that. I don't get it. Like, if she was anxious, then ask, talk to him. Someone else has put, you go to the party, girl. This is the problem, this generation of girls or women, whatever. I don't know the age group. I'm not even going to go checking their profiles out. I'm guessing 20s, though. But what makes anyone reading this, any guy reading this, why would they be interested in any of these girls? Now, the girls can act like, oh, gives a shit. We don't need these guys. Well, let's see you dancing around a party with no male attention and see how fun it gets, because women get bitchy with each other quite fast. Now, we're stereotyping women. We're not saying every woman. Some women actually do appreciate each other and build a good community. So, not saying that. A lot of women are competitive. So, they soon turn on each other. So, for a while, they ride the wave of womanhood. And they'll support each other. And they'll act like, you've got this, girl. After a while, they get fed up with each other. They get jealous. They get toxic. And they'll say there's a good guy. They'll turn on each other for a guy. Some women. So, there could be a guy and they'll fight each other over it. Breaks friendships up. So all this togetherness is a load of shit. It's an illusion. It's delusion. Just saying. So they'll act like, a lot of girls, they'll act like they don't care about guys. We don't need them. There's always another guy. Yeah, he probably is. You can go to anywhere, you dress up. There's a guy with no standards that'll just jump all over people, you know. And again, that's the quality of guy you want to meet. By all means, treat people like shit. Throw yourself into those places. Attract those people. Be used and abused for your body, because if that's really what you want, because that's all it is, superficial surface level, isn't it? Connections. Then that's what you get. And then you can go and moan about every guy just abuses me, mistreats me, they're toxic. You haven't found a pattern yet? Haven't found a pattern yet. It's cool. That's cool. But the problem is there's too many of these women. And when they want a quality guy, these are the same women, by the way, that probably say, I'm only going to date a guy who earns a lot of money. Oh, so you want a guy who values and respects themselves. They've built a future for them and they're ready to settle down one day with a very high standard woman with morals, maturity, who can handle the life he's building. And you think for some reason that you deserve to fit into that quota, really, that conversation. Right. You have to be a bit of an idiot to take on a woman like that. But anyway, my take on it. I don't want to keep digging at them, but they are thick. Anyway, go to the party, girl. If he confirmed the date and you're still questioning whether or not to go, you're not into him enough to even go on that date. Cancel, go to your friend's party. I agree with that. The way she's wrote it, I think it's a bit abrupt, but I agree with the principle of it. But I just think, go a bit further with that message. She should have cancelled it before she even got this far. Why get to the day of a date and then start questioning whether you should go anyway? Like, surely, if you're not interested to begin with, first of all, you shouldn't have booked the date. If you felt pressured at the time and for your own safety, you thought, I'll just book it and then, get my distance. And that's understandable for your own self-preservation. But then you should have cancelled it far sooner. The way it's been worded doesn't suggest fear. So, I mean, that's obviously with thinking it could be fear. That's not suggesting fear at all. So that person's really just playing a game. It's almost like, I've got nothing to do Friday. Yeah, I'll go on a date. All of a sudden, my friends now want to hang out. Oh, shit. Don't mess people about. So, yeah, I would cancel the date and save him the hassle, but maybe don't get in dates in the future because you're clearly not ready for it. I think the other side to it, without being really cruel to someone, is not everybody's as... I'm trying to pick my word carefully here. I'm just going to throw what comes to my head. They're not as attractive as they think they are. So, I mean, that's just what comes to my head. I don't want to start figuring out a different word, but it's just, we're just going to go with it. Doesn't mean physically attractive. It could be any level of attraction. Even your personality can be attractive. But the reality is not everybody is as great as they think they are. So they think they're this hot thing that, men desire and all that. It's like, it's delusional. So they walk around thinking everyone's looking at them. It's like, not everyone's interested. Not everybody's interested. So Yeah, I think we just got to have a bit of a reality check a bit. And someone's put, oh my God, how old are you? Exactly. It's like freaking hell. Go on the date and delete this video ASAP. If you want any chance with this man, then you should do him the favor of not finding out how much you didn't want to go out with him. If you don't want a chance with him, why are you even planning dates, girl? That's a beautiful response. Now, I personally don't. It was a beautiful response, very mature, and that was a woman named Lynn. Love it. What I would say, because she posted this video and she's disrespected the guy by doing such video, I would suggest she shouldn't even go on that date. Have grace and leave this situation immediately. You know, this is someone who can't even take life seriously. I'm sorry, just their maturity level couldn't handle relationship. I spoke about that in my other video, the dating compatibility. If you're not ready, if you don't have the maturity to handle a relationship, let alone go on a date, then what the hell are you even doing in that field anyway? Like, for instance, don't put yourself on a place where you can't handle it. That's someone who shouldn't even be in a relationship. That's someone that's just going to ruin someone's life. They'll be insecure. They'll create drama. They'll create false narratives, all for attention, validation, and perhaps even social media posts. God damn. I know women are coming at me for this video, but do I look like someone who gives a shit? Someone's put "go dummy." I don't know what in reflate. That doesn't say with which one. What time is it? Oh, look, this person's trying to probably figure out what time the party is. Maybe you can do both. Not be funny. The party sounds like it was organised after the date. Like, you've already planned the date. What's so special about a bloody party? You haven't heard from him in days. Why even waste your time? In days? It was Tuesday they booked the date. But let's say it was Tuesday evening. You haven't heard him on Wednesday and Thursday. Are you freaking stupid? You haven't heard from him on Wednesday and Thursday. Friday of the date, he's confirmed the date. And you spoke to him Tuesday, which we'd assume is the evening. You haven't heard from him for 2 days? Cancel. Are you fucking stupid? This is the problem with women these days. Who wants to date these people? Like, who wants to go on dates? It doesn't make the situation attractive, does it? At this rate, if this is all there is in the dating pool, I'd rather be single for the rest of my life. I couldn't give a shit. I wouldn't waste my time with any single one of these people. It's just the way it is. You know, if people are not mature enough to handle life, and half of them want to be gold diggers, and half of them just want to create this narrative and be freaking martyrs. So they create lies and all this bullshit just to create a story so they can feel special. All these things, or just waste your time for this, waste your time for that. What is appealing? Now, there's going to be very special select few, maybe 10% of women that are genuinely ready for a relationship and actually add support and are beautiful inside and out. But it's so freaking rare right now. All I see everywhere is this toxicity. And again, I said at the beginning, men just as well. There's going to be that as well. There's probably about 10% of guys that are genuinely ready for a serious relationship. Like, they've done the healing and they're mature enough. But that's the world we're in, you know? So all this bullshit that's just a waste of time. And they haven't even figured out. It's just pointless, and it's just doing them no service at all. Just idiots, man. And they all feed off each other. That's the problem. I see it like piranha fish. But it's almost like they tag each other. Oh, I'll be a piranha fish. And then we get a load of them. It just got multiplying. Crazy. Every fish in the pool turns to a freaking piranha fish. And then you've got the one other fish that's the guy. And they're just attacking the shit out of them. Idiots. And it's like, one day you're going to want to date someone, but guess what? There's no one left. You ate them all. You say, sorry, you didn't speak to me for days. I thought it was off. Again, look at the dates. Look at the dates. It's 2 days. Go to the date. You'll have other parties another day, but probably not another date with the person if you leave him a few hours before the res for a party. Don't prioritize a man ever, please. Go to the party and let that man learn his lesson. What lesson has he got to fucking learn? He was mature enough to book the party. You've got a date in 3 days. He might have been working. Who knows what the situation is? She could have, if she really needed to get in touch, she could have got in touch with him. And then of the date, confirms the date. So he only went without freaking Wednesday and Thursday without talking. Do you really need to be in someone's pocket every day, especially someone you haven't really know too well yet? And that's the whole point of the date, is you're going to learn about each other. What are these delusional morons talking about? God damn. Ghost him back. Are you dense? You go on the date, question mark. What kind of question is that? If you don't want to go, just tell him and go to the damn party. Don't waste his time. That's Irene. So we've actually got a mature woman amongst all these children. Because they must be children the way they freaking behave. I actually agreed to go to a friend's party since I hadn't heard from you. You're welcome to join me, but that's what I'll be doing. Are you fucking stupid? You're going on a date, which would assume it's the first date, and you think an appropriate place to go on a first date is surrounded by a load of her friends where he would probably be uncomfortable, and then he's going to be under pressure to perform. You know, people they'll probably make it hard for that is outrageous. Who wants an audience for your first date? You know, if you're mature enough to handle a relationship, then go on the date. I can't keep going in circles with this. These people are just stupid as shit. It's just they're not mature enough to just get on with life. Like I said, these friends, for the most part, most people, their lives will evolve. They'll go to new jobs, they'll meet new people, they'll form new friendships, they'll get relationships, one day married, maybe have children. All of a sudden, time's getting away. Your connections are evolving. And then maybe one of you moves away. And it's these situations where you could have met someone that was kind of, but again, if you're not ready for it, but don't waste people's time in the process. Keep jumping on this. Oh, my friends are throwing a party. Do your friends even give a shit, really? Beyond their own freaking delusion? Unless they're all the same and just feed off each other. But it's just kind of weird to me. There's still, the fact these people exist, I just find baffling. That is mad to me. Go on the date because it was planned prior and lay out expectations about reasonable communication like an adult. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying. Just have a conversation with them. But again, I don't even think communication's been that bad. If they confirm less than 5 hours in advance, reschedule. Don't wait on someone that isn't going to respect your time. But there's no suggestion when. This person's just leaving it ambiguous. They're just doing shit for attention. You'll keep changing the rules. Needing a reconfirmations on plans that are already confirmed is so stupid. Exactly. That's what my argument is. You've made the date. To put this into context, before we go further with that, I had a job a long time ago. About God knows when. It was a very long time ago. It was through an agency. I did well with the agency. I had to go and visit this company. So I went to the company. It was all agreed. So I pressed the agency and I pressed the employer. Went for the interview, everything. It was all agreed. You're going to start in, I think it was like a 2-week period or something. So the date was all set. Done all the paperwork, signed it all. You're due to sign. So you're definitely starting. It was either 2 weeks or a week. It wasn't like crazy period. It was already agreed. I'd signed everything. And then randomly, I got a message from the agency to say it's been cancelled. And I was like, why has it been cancelled? And they said, because you hadn't kept in touch with us. You what? Why would I keep in touch with you when we've agreed the date? They never. It's not like they didn't reach out to me and they never said you need to keep in touch. This is where the parameters are just stupid. Where do you draw a line? If something's agreed, it's agreed. So the idea you have to keep in touch with someone to keep updating them, say, oh, you're definitely on, we're definitely on. That shows an insecurity, doesn't it? If I was to set a date, like an actual date with someone, and I said, oh, are you sure you're going to make it? You know, it's still on. It's definitely on for Friday. Yeah, you'd get fed up with me keep asking. You think, God damn, are they thick? You know, they've already told me it's Friday. See, some people you just can't win with. I don't see why you should need to reconfirm it. You can still have a little bit of banter during the week if you want, like a little bit of message, like, how was your day? You doing good? Yeah, you could do that. But they booked it Tuesday, and the date's Friday. So what's the point? They could say that on Tuesday, on the Wednesday, the day after they booked the date. Is it needed? I'm seeing you Friday. If you do it Thursday, I'm seeing you Friday. Why don't I just ask them Friday how their week was? Yeah, people are just so stupid, man. It just pisses me off because this is where society's at. It's crazy to me. Anyway, yeah, they've booked. You'll keep changing the rules, needing a reconfirmations on plans that are already confirmed. It's so stupid. If you made the plan, you made the plan. Stop committing to things if you're going to back out so easily. Liking that. That's probably the most mature response we've seen out of all of this. They literally confirmed the day and then didn't talk for a few days. You'd literally be disrespecting him for scheduling over the plan. Exactly. Oh, shit. They didn't. God damn it. How'd you do this without moving the video? Right. I was into them with damn things. It's just, we can't obviously go through every comment because it's full of delusional morons and there's so many of them. It's crazy. Here it is. I honestly don't see the point of planning a date days out and not at least keeping in touch once during that time. I feel like I'm wasting my time at that point. So no, if a plan is talked about but not confirmed, I'm not going. This isn't a doctor's appointment. He confirmed it. They said the date. And again, I think where they keep saying days out, I think they're not understanding that it was booked. It was decided on Tuesday, and the date was Friday. I mean, there's only 2 days in between. I mean, get you. This is the. I don't want to be that cruel, but it is the intellect of so many people nowadays. And this isn't just women; it's men as well. Like guys, there's so many that are actually thick. They can't. They don't actually realize, do the maths, or think things through. They just think it's like for some reason they get delusional, and then they just think it's so far apart. No, Tuesday. Yeah, we book it Tuesday. We got Wednesday, Thursday, and then we go on the date on Friday. So where was the days out? Unreal. Some men talk more in person. Let him take you out, then go to the party, sis. Exactly. Sometimes if you send a text message, it's really awkward because you don't know how it's coming across. Like a lot of people put LOL and all that shit at the end just to show that it's lighthearted. And it gets annoying because you don't want someone to keep leaving emojis and keep saying LOL at the end of every bloody conversation. So unless you know that person inside out, you might not understand the context of the message. So yeah, they would. Again, this is all. You don't want to mess it up before you get a chance. Oh, these people are just stupid, though, aren't they? Don't go. Go to dinner, then tell him you have plans after, and leave after just long enough. Leave him wanting more. So just gonna play games with him. That's great. Great waste of his time. Let's just play games with people because I'm a manipulative arsehole. That's what that person suggests. Go on the date, go to party afterwards. Yeah, that's fair. Invite him to the party, laugh out loud. Oh, it's funny. Go on that date and after to the party. Pretend you didn't see his message. Oh, you're mature. Grown-ass woman, I bet. Tell him that you made other plans since you didn't hear from him. Didn't hear from him in 2 days. And that you'd be happy to see him on said day. Well, he's already made his plan. I'll tell him fuck off. Quite frankly, I've made a date Tuesday, and we're going to go on. We made the plans Tuesday to go Friday. You now get to Friday and say, I'm not doing it. You didn't confirm things. I didn't have a clue what was going on. It was only a couple of days ago. Oh, I can see you on Monday next week. I ain't wasting another fucking day on you. Messing me about, like playing games with me. You know, if something's genuinely come up and you feel they're being honest, great. But if the person's just going to say it like this, I didn't hear from you. I'll get over it. You're just playing silly shits now. Put the ball in his court and set the expectation that he can make it up. These people are delusional. If they really think most guys are going to put up with this shit, they live in a fantasy. I think they read too many romance novels, personally, and then they watch the romance movies and they think the guy's going to put up with shit and he's always going to bounce back. Some of us say, fuck this shit. I value myself way higher than this crap. Go to the party. I'd rather she went to the party at this point and meet all these morons. Instead of following arbitrary TikTok rules, why not listen to your own inner knowing? What does your gut tell you? I think her gut tells you that she's a div, an idiot. I know I'm coming across bad here, but I really don't care how I come across because these people, it's just inflaming. I'm just hearing another moron on top of moron. And then you look at her and you're just like, she's just as bad as these people. She's the one that's incited this shit. I'm very late to this, but what did you end up doing? Again, it's that gossip shit that a lot of women like. I need to know the tea. Who gives a fuck? Guys, I'm catching up. She's not even going to tell the truth anyway. Guys, I'm catching up now. I laugh out loud. I know what happened, and then there's a broken heart or something. Oh, I know what happened. He didn't want to go, and he didn't go. Go with your friends. Go for the free food. Oh, waste his time for food. Jesus Christ, he's feeding you now. Reschedule, bro. Tell him we can do another day. Tell him too late. You're going to party. Go to your friend's party. Go invite him to the party instead. Do not be that girl who invites random men off the internet to your friend's house. Nobody wants that. Cancel anyways. That kind of absent communication is a show of what the relationship could turn into. Throw away this low effort man. He's booked a fucking meal. Not being funny. Not every guy's going to book a meal. They might take you to a takeaway or something. He's actually gone. He's made plans. Are you serious? Low effort man. Get a grip, you cretin. These are freaking trolls, aren't they? Like actually trolls. I think these women probably look like trolls and behave like trolls. Again, my standards are so ridiculously high. Like, I won't put any up with any of these trampy women, and I don't care how I really don't care how I come across. because I don't think much of these people at all. I just think they've got to grow up. This is when I said about, when I talked the other day, I said yesterday in a video, and I said about, if you think about like a pyramid, a tier, you've got low vibrational people, you've got the stalkers, the harassment, you've got all that. And then you start getting people who are actually supportive, they care a bit. And then you get higher, it goes up in higher tiers, like people that go the extra mile and all that. All these people are at the bottom of that thing. These are like the low life ones. There's no sugarcoating it and trying to act like, oh, no, they are. That's what these people are. So if I'm looking to go on a date, there's no way in hell I'm wasting time with any one of these people. And I don't care. Maybe they turn around and go, I wouldn't date you anyway. Well, good. I wouldn't go near you. I'm looking for someone very special where you're actually going to support and improve each other's lives. You're going to collaborate and work together. So there's none of this pissing about mind games shit. None of this toxic drama. This for that, just to try and create a narrative. I'm not interested now. I'm only interested in building a life with someone genuinely compatible, where you're just in it together. There's none of this games. You shouldn't have to have all this shit. You communicate. Oh, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make this date. Tell them well in advance when something's come up or something. I know it's unfortunate, and then you just talk about it. If it's a party, I'm not a party person anyway. But even if it was, why do I waste my time with that when I can be with someone special? And if you don't consider that one someone special, why the fuck are you booking it? And why are you booking a date in the first place? Are you that lonely and pathetic that you just book dates with people because you might have nothing to do? Have some standards in your life. You should only be booking dates with people that genuinely make you excited to book a date with. And then it's like, this is really going to I'm looking forward to this more than anything. If you're not feeling that way, don't book a date. And if you do feel that way, why the hell would you cancel it for any other plan? That's just because it's convenient and it seems interesting because other people make it sound exciting. Surely there'll be other parties. Again, I can't keep reading this shit. It's just full of morons. I get really fed up when I start going down negative path of dipshits. I feel like all the comments are quite immature here. Some people just don't text that much. If he's made a reservation and he's confirmed with you on the day of then, 100% you should go. Seems unfair if you don't. I like that comment. I saw that one towards the end. That was what we wanted. The comment section is chronically online, emotionally immature and far too clingy. I don't think you understand what any of those words mean. It's Friday. It's been 3 days since the last texted. Expected to be contacted by the person you're speaking to is very normal. No, it's been 2 days, really. If you took your 2 days in between, and then you're on the other part of the day, and she's not being honest about I don't think, about the time that they confirmed. Because now, it's 5 p.m., the person's asked a question, so unlikely that person's asked in the comment section. If it's 5 p.m., it's in 3 hours. You put a post online. Think about it, when you post a video online, who gets 1 million comments immediately? You're going to be waiting at least half an hour before they really starts propagating. Really starts to build. This was all for attention probably anyway. So by that time that person asked about the fact that, did the person didn't message you? No. Oh, no, they did message me. Right, you're trying to suggest that maybe they messaged you 2 hours before the date. I very much doubt it's that close to the date. I think the person's lying about that. And again, these people just fall for it. I don't care. I don't know if I'm too I don't care. I don't know if I'm too millennial for this. But as adults, if I make plans with someone, I'm assuming it's going ahead unless one of us messages to cancel. And if I'm ever unsure, I'll just message and confirm. Hello, that's exactly it. There's it's this generation. Oh, for fuck's sake. This is getting on my nerves, this bloody TikTok shit. You scroll one side and it just moves the video. It's just ruined it now. I'm not going to keep going on with it. These women are doing my head in. Right, I'm just going to look at this. And then I'm leaving it. I'm going to leave I always do anyway. I'll leave a link. People go through this shit themselves if they care enough. Also a millennial and you're rude as F. I'm not sure if they're replying to, because if I move this now, it takes the bloody video away from me. I'm afraid you are, but that's a good thing for you. For younger generations, people nowadays get ghosted this way. It's not plans with friends or like a doctor appointment. Something like that is firm and will stay. If there's lack of communication for days and no confirmation, even if it's just to say a little, hey, we'll see you tonight on the day of the day, it's very likely you'll get ghosted and the person does not have genuine interest. Lack of communication skills and means to communicate for days, considering the times we live in, is always a heads up. But she could communicate too. Is it really hard for her to message back and just ask if you're worried? If I was, it's just take control of the situation. Is it that freaking hard? This is so to see life has gone this way. I think she means sad. This is so sad. I'm going to assume it's sad. She's missed a word out. This is so sad to see life has gone this way. She did confirm, though, that he'd need to text her the day of the date. What? I don't understand what they're talking about. Yeah, look. So it says people are confusing this with someone saying, "Oh, we should sometime. We should sometime." What? I get fed up with people online where they get the words missed all the time. It happens so often, even on people who create content. Does my head in. They make no sense, and you have to fill in the gap. Look, yes, people are confusing this with someone saying, "Oh, we should sometime." I don't get it. If there's a day, time, and place, that is the plan. If you're anxious about someone else's following through and need additional layers of assurance, that's on you. And if they truly didn't follow through, that's data telling you something too. I don't know. This is like making plans with your friends and being busy until the plans happen. These are people that are daunting getting. These are people that are daunting getting to know one another. I don't know what that means. Communication is a big part of that, and it's completely achievable without being glued to your phone. I got no idea what they just said. The wording was terrible. Right. You are describing an interview process. This is a date. You do those with people you usually have an interest in. I'd like to think you are interested enough in me to enjoy the build up to the date over message and enjoying finding things out about each other so the face to face meeting isn't as intense. I'm also millennial, and me and my friend's partner are constantly changing our minds about places we have decided to go. Sometimes between hours, a plan is different. So I don't think days is reasonable to have zero contact, but it's 2 days in between. It's not that big a deal. Sending one message on a day to make sure the plans are still on is not texting that much. Oh my God. If he confirmed in capital letters, I don't understand people do that. It's just stupidity. If he confirmed you should go, he did. And someone say, no, I wouldn't go. As if so, I wouldn't go. Bro, go on the date for like an hour, then go to the party. Why? Why limit it to an hour? Why not just go on the date and see how it goes with the intention that hopefully it goes well? Why not go with a positive intention? Go on the date, go to the party after. No texting for days after the plan. It's a bit odd, no. Fuck off, it was 2 days, you idiot. No message since Tuesday is a cancellation in itself, but usually if I haven't heard from them the morning of the date, I'm not going. He literally just confirmed help. She knew what she's doing. This one that's done this video is talking shit. I think she's doing this on purpose. I think she went on a date. I think she did all this for hype. Can we normalise just shooting a text and asking to confirm? Exactly. Can we normalise men actually putting in effort? Why should she text him? Are his fingers broken? Why can't women do the same effort too, though? Why do women always have to act like they're the innocent one and the guy has to do all the work? Can we normalise men actually putting in effort? So what effort is she putting in? If we're going to start doing those metrics. Someone's put totally agree. Instead of sitting, waiting and wondering, just a simple text. And then if no response, he's not worth it. But the uncertainty, I would have just to send a text and get your answer. No reply is a reply. Communication is two ways. She should have messaged to confirm that everyone knows what's going. Then everyone knows what's going on. Someone's put, I was under the impression that's just how it was done already. No, she never said she messaged the person to find out. She's just a prat. I haven't heard from him since we made the plan on Tuesday. Pretty heavily implies that she has tried messaging to. That's an implication. She's not said anything about doing that. No, it doesn't. All it means is that he hasn't texted her since. Exactly. She's just created all this drama. Hence why it's got so out of control. I can't get into this shit anymore because she's doing my head in. You really don't want to go. Otherwise, this wouldn't be a question. And you would have texted to confirm. This is absolutely not the case. If he made the date and the res, then he should text about meeting up to confirm beforehand. God forbid she has plans just in case. Why would she have plans when they've already booked it? And then person's put, I feel people get stuck in the rules. Just show interest and the other person doesn't respond. Then that's the answer. Why did he go days without talking to you? It's 2 days. And the person says, well, girls put, because they barely know each other. Why would someone I barely know be texting, calling me every single day? Why for? Can you get to know each other in said date? That's what I said. That's why we booked the date. Why are you answering for her? This isn't your situationship, laugh my arse off. This is what I said about women start arguing amongst each other. This one I'm going to like because she actually had her head screwed on. The other one's an idiot. Sometimes my likes get disappeared though. You like it and it goes. All right, we're going to come off now. I hate this TikTok shit on the app. You do that, it just scrolls around. Absolute shit. Right. Like I say, maybe I've come across quite bad in that one, but I don't care. I never care. I never care how I come across. That's the one thing you'll always get with me is honest opinion, honest reaction. And again, things that get taken out of context if they like. I mean, look, it will do because look at all these unhinged women. They're already attacking a man they haven't even met. They haven't even heard from this man. They're just attacking him because this woman said this and they said that. And now you've got a guy standing up for said man, calling out this woman and all these freaking chaotic, toxic other women. Oh, I expect to get attacked like shit for that. But I don't care because I'm not weak and I'm not a moron. Now, some people like to do that, don't they? They like to target people and they say, oh, yeah, but you're this and that. Look at me. Do I look insecure? Do I look unattractive? You know, it's like, I'm not saying I'm like a 10 and all that shit. I'm just saying, do I look like someone that has standards? You know, so my morals are intact. I'm mature enough to handle situations and I can have conversations and all those things. Like, it's easy to target people because you feel attacked. But when you actually be honest with yourself, reflect on someone's maturity, their ability to handle situations, the way they present themselves, the way they are. Am I really in the bottom echelon? You're just attacking me. People just be attacking if they do attack because their ego has been challenged. And I've called, if they feel even remotely connected to the values and opinions of those other people, they'll know that my opinion of them is in the bottom tier. So because they know that's likely where they are, they're going to feel threatened by that. So then they're going to want to try and attack me and put me in that same box. But realistically, do I come across as someone who would be in that bottom tier? Let's be realistic.